Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool DLC leaks to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Two new moves have been leaked by Pokemon themselves, and as well as that, we now potentially have the typings of Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion as well. A lot of stuff to talk about today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at these two new moves that have been leaked for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet's DLC. I mean, DLC still hasn't technically been confirmed by Pokemon yet, but again, all of this extra leak stuff, all of the leakers themselves coming out and saying it's happening, like, it's pretty much confirmed now. But either way, we have Kurt, who of course is a data miner in the community, saying can confirm Hydro Steam and Psyblade are selectable moves. So Hydro Steam and Psyblade are two brand new moves in the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and people are kind of pairing these moves with Paradox Suicune, Paradox Virizion to kind of understand their typings and stuff. But this is the legit information. As you can see, move 1 Psyblade and move 2 is Hydro Steam. So they've accidentally left this in like the VGC thing that's been happening this weekend, and also some other Pokemon have kind of also been, I guess, leaked to be returning, but we're going to cover that in a future video because there's just so much to talk about this one today. But yeah, either way, Hydro Steam and Psyblade have been, I guess, leaked by Pokemon themselves accidentally in the VGC. So yeah, we don't know the power of it, the PP of it, or who gets what, but it's kind of, I mean, you can kind of guess that Hydro Steam is probably going to be Suicune, and then the Psyblade is going to be Virizion. Anyway, moving on, we have this from PokeExperto, you know, saying the creator of equipment for official Pokemon tournaments has mistakenly revealed two new moves. Two new moves. So it's actually the creator of the equipment for the official Pokemon tournament. So yeah, Hydro Vapor, which is Hydro Steam, and then also Psyblade. These movements are expected to arrive at some point in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Again, this isn't going to be like just a future update. This is going to be DLC. Like, they're not just going to randomly add two new moves into the game without like two new Pokemon. Moving on, we also have this from Centro. So obviously this is Centro Leaks talking about this, but I kind of want to talk about how this is also not necessarily like Centro Leaks is going in here saying basically the types of these Pokemon, and then we also have like people saying why that's not going to be the types. But either way, Centro Leaks saying two new moves have leaked potentially for Paradox Virizion and Paradox Suicune, Hydro Steam and Psyblade. Then goes on to say, so funny that this was leaked by the team builder used for VGC. They removed the data from the games but forgot to remove it from the team builder. And then he also goes on to say, from this we can also assume that Paradox Suicune is going to be Water, Fire, and Paradox Virizion is going to be Grass, Psychic. So of course they have to keep one of their original typings. In this case, Suicune only had one original typing, so it's always going to be Water something because all Paradox Pokemon are dual type. So I'm guessing they're getting this from Hydro Steam. Obviously, the Hydro is the water part, and then the Steam, I guess, is the fire part. So they're kind of putting two and two together and saying that Paradox Suicune is going to be Water, Fire. And then Paradox Virizion, obviously, is Grass Fighting originally, so it had to keep one of those typings. And so Centro is basically saying that it's going to keep the Grass type and then become Psychic because of the Psycho Blade move. It then goes on to say Paradox Suicune, actual Japanese name is this, and then also Paradox Virizion's name is this. So shouldn't Virizion be fighting Psychic? No, the Spanish name specifically refers to Grass. So that's why Centro Leaks is basically saying that it's going to be Grass instead of fighting, and that's because the Spanish name specifically refers to Grass. So all in all, this would be a pretty good conclusion for the typings of Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. However, we've got a lot of things that kind of go against this idea. So we have Soul Silver Art saying, I would not be too confident in these exact typings. They are logical, but there's a lot of room for them to be different too, and there's a thing called Game Freak logic. I wonder, I would think more along the lines of like archaic legends and surviving future themes and stuff like that. So we have him talking about them here, saying take a wild guess who will get these moves. Says a lot about their types as well, which obviously is kind of quote retweeting the whole Hydro Steam and Psyblade thingy. But then he goes on to say, I don't understand why this is really news other than seeing that they probably aren't cut from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But we've known of these moves since the 17th of November in the data mine. So yeah, originally Kurt said 2 species are missing in the personal dump, likely the 2 rumored, obviously DLC Paradox forms. Looking at the internal move names, we see this move and this move, which is Psyblade and Hydro Steam. It could hint at their types when they are patched in at a later date. So this was actually leaked a while ago. We've just finally got like confirmation like that they haven't been cut. And then they also go on to say there was also this hint that came the way by the way of Kaka, courteous of my friends H-Sung and Pokisutami, so you can make your own assumptions from that. So obviously we had like the whole kind of Iron Treads thing, and then so what would this be? Could be Leaf, what I'm thinking. And this is talking about like what that kind of name that was leaked could be, and again it could be linked to like Leaf and stuff. This is Pokisutami saying, you know, K translation. We can't think of a word. I need to consult a few dictionaries, so I'm confident about this, but it seems to be a name for a Calatheus, but it's usually written in katakana instead of kanji. So we have that, and then we also have this as well that was posted last night from H-Sin saying, for Suicune, Sutami pointed out there's an unrecognized name in a bunch of Japanese Gen 9 Pokemon names copyright registration documents. All other names documented at the same time are all Gen 9 new Pokemon, excluding this. So that's obviously where they're talking about the whole kind of idea that they all got like copyrighted, but there was a Pokemon name that was also copyrighted but wasn't like revealed yet. So that's kind of the idea about that with the whole like Leaf thing and everything like that. And then again, I don't know. It potentially could be Psychic Grass, but or Grass Psychic, but at the same time, it's not super likely. But again, this was a whole thread by H-Sung like talking about it and everything like that, and this is from the kind of Kaka thing as well. Basically, we have the names of those two new Pokemon. Iron Leaf was from Kaka's tweet of all Violet Paradox names in Japanese, although I only noticed this after release. So Iron Leaf, I guess, is going to be the potential name of Paradox Virizion. We know that all future Paradox forms have Iron in the name, so Iron Leaf wouldn't exactly be crazy. Like, we know that Paradox Virizion exclusive to Pokemon Violet, and Paradox Suicune is exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet. So Iron Leaf is probably going to be the name of Virizion. And then, yeah, Suicune is, again, probably going to be this as well, whereas here is a possible meaning of the name. Sorry, it's not detailed, busy. So Uneru is kind of twist or surge, think rigid or to do or go smooth up and down motion. Minamo, not the common writing, but a way to say water surface, possibly water, cat, dog paradox, which of course could potentially be Suicune now. So yeah, Iron Leaf for Virizion, which I guess means that it's going to have the grass typing. And then I guess for Suicune, we're not like 100% sure. But at the same time, I don't know. These are very logical typings, especially because it's called Iron Leaf. But I don't know. The Psychic type, I guess, makes sense because of the side blade. But again, take it with a grain of salt. I think Centro Leaks here is saying that, you know, these are pretty much confirmed, but I don't think they are. The Hydro Steam, I guess, is a good idea because obviously the water fire, but there's still a lot of kind of interpretation that needs to happen. Like, we don't know what original typing of Virizion's going to take, either grass or fighting. We know that Suicune is going to be water something because it only has one type to carry over. But yeah, Virizion, again, it could be psychic fighting, or it could be, you know, grass psychic. We'll have to wait and see. However, though, this is obviously what Centro Leaks posted, which is, again, more information as to why this potentially isn't true, is because Riddler Q actually posted last night as well in the whole kind of big leak situation, saying puppy speculation, which is of course what he calls Centro Leaks. I don't know, a whole kind of childish thing going on. But either way, he's saying that Centro Leaks' speculation is hilarious. Remember that we have already told you the types of Pokemon, Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. So yeah, we've already covered like Riddler Q a ton on this channel and like previous leaks and stuff, and he's saying that he's already told us the typings of Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. So I think people are going to go back and look at his tweets and see like the tweets about the DLC, and we now know that they are about the typings of Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. However, he's saying that this speculation is hilarious. So he's saying that this is like a hilarious guess, and that it's basically wrong. So yeah, I don't think the typings are going to be Water, Fire, and Grass Psychic, because literally Riddler Q, who knows the typings, has said that speculation is hilarious. I've already told you the typings. So that means that this is probably fake. So we don't actually know the typings. We thought that this was a pretty good logical guess, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Now, I don't know if he's talking about them being hilarious for both of them or just one of them. So maybe this one is correct and then like this one is false, or vice versa, or something like that. But either way, really interesting leaks to go over today for Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion with the whole Hydro Steam thing and everything like that. So again, we kind of take a step closer to finding out the typings of these Paradox forms, but at the same time, we've taken a step. This one tweet here kind of takes us a step back as well. So again, we're still kind of in the dark about the typings and stuff. But Hydro Steam, and Psyblade have been confirmed as actual moves, and again, most likely going to happen in the DLC. We have the other leaks about the returning Pokemon, which I'll cover in another video, but either way, there's a lot of kind of stuff coming out. A lot of people are assuming we're going to get some sort of announcement for the DLC this week as well, simply because Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra were revealed around this date a few years ago. I don't think that's the case. I think they're going to do an update patch this week, and then next month is on Pokemon Day is when they're going to do the announcement. But that's just my guess. Either way, that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. What do you think about these new moves? What do you think the typings of these new Paradox Pokemon are going to be? I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. But yeah, subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.